His name is
Okay.
His name is Nugget.
We're gonna count that as a half question because that's but I'm glad you asked it. You still gotta take a nugget. But...
Excellent. That was the wizard on stage eating a veggie nugget being administered to him by none other than Paul McCartney. Although you could certainly tell that was Paul McCartney. It's pretty obvious.
The nugget slide.
The nugget slide. So
that is not me.
Yeah, good evening, weirdos.
That is not me on that big ring.
That's not you on the big ring. No. That was the closing night party. That was one of the cool parts of it. Not all of it was cool.
Although I did get to walk the Wheel of Death once.
Yeah, the Wheel of Death was cool. That was a previous party. Anyway, good evening, weirdos. Welcome to Total Recall. This is episode 2 of our complete Fantastic Fest 2024 recap. As I mentioned last time, I actually met the wizard at Fantastic Fest. He lives in Vermont, but he comes to Austin every year, stays at my house. We car trip to the theater, roundabouts 10:30, 11 a.m. for our first feature. And then, yeah, I'm usually a little tipsy by the end of the day. And
I'm a designated driver.
Make the wizard drive back. But
I'm the designated smoker.
Yeah, we met through Tron, a gentleman named Tron, and what the first Fantastic Fest I went to, 2006. I'm walking out of, picking up my badge, and there's these two guys having a cigarette. It's Tron and his roommate at the time, Terrence. And those guys are. Tron just looks at me and he's like, "Well, you look like the kind of guy who might want to smoke a joint." And that was it. Fast friends. And I didn't know anybody at the festival. I had no friends I was going to the festival all by myself. Just I didn't have anyone in my life I could talk into 8 days of movies. I didn't even know what I was getting into. So Tron came along, saved the day, hung out in the parking lot, and yeah. Tron for life indeed. Good evening, Captain Obvious. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I met Tron at the fest.
Tron is a sweetheart too.
I met Tron at the fest as well. And man, if you know Tron, you're going to meet a lot of people.
Yeah. Tron would get around, and any celebrity, any filmmaker, any producer at the festival, anybody, who was a guest of the fest, if they like to poke smut, Tron was on it. They were hanging out with Tron. It was really something. Anyway, welcome once again to Total Recall. We're going to be talking about Fantastic Fest. We are going to bring out some of our fantastic friends who we hang out with at the festival and have a great time. First, we're going to bring out. We'll bring folks out in order of their beard length. So first, I'm going to bring out the Big Dvowski. There he is. That's the Big Dvowski, and that's the Big Dvowski's beard. Beautiful.
It has a life of its own. It goes out, does things in the evening while I'm asleep. I've caught it on the nanny cam.
Yeah, it looks like you should probably have like a no squatting sign in it.
Yeah, my wife was mortified when we went to San Francisco to see Unwound that I took my worst shoes and clothes because we were staying in the heart of the homeless district, and worked out great. Many homeless people looked at me, and you could see they really want to donate money to me.
Yeah. Well, good evening, Black Lives. Thanks for joining us. And yes, you're right. I love a big beard. Okay. Well, let's bring out the Gets. Gets, how you doing, buddy?
How'd
Good to
my
have you
beard
back.
be? Oh yeah. Hey man.
You got
Nice
man,
to be here.
I've seen you with a rather impressive shock in the past.
Oh yeah, I've done it several times, you know. I'm not new to the beard. This is a recent shave and regrow, so you know, it's like got to do it once in a while.
Yeah.
Boy, I had some good ones back before it was all white. Now I look like, you know, Santa's cousin or something like that.
I completely understand, man. I used to have it was like a lot of blonde. I used to have a lot of blonde in my beard.
Oh yeah, man. I was
now everywhere where it was blonde, it's gray. So
yep. Yeah, now where it was not blonde, it's like black or just dark brown. It's like I just have white and little shocks of black.
I'm not doing just for men though.
Oh no, man.
Forget that.
I had an impressive Peter Griffin double ball on my chin for a long time.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was like, you know, completely lighter and a little gray, you know, it just was perfectly accented.
Well, I'm sorry I missed your testicle chin. That's pretty impressive. You know?
I mean, you know, I had like, you know, medium length beards that kind of puffed it out certain ways.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am also going to bring out our friend Kevin, who he just has a still, so we don't know exactly what Kevin's beard is doing right now. That's okay. No judgment.
It's exactly the same as you see on the picture. I suffer the same thing the wizard apparently does, is where you can't grow any hair between the chin and the lower lip. Or unless he shaves that. I don't know, but I can't grow anything there. So.
Oh. Well, I mean, I know a lot of people who are like that, yeah.
Yeah.
That don't really grow on the cheeks. Is that the story, Wizard? Do you not really grow much hair on your cheeks?
Honestly, no. Like I haven't tried in so long.
Oh, okay. So you do shave.
Yeah. My wife likes to snuggle here. She likes the smooth skin. And B, I mean, no offense to the big Davowski, but when it's super, super long and it's all the way across, it kind of looks like he just let it go. And I thought, you know, if you do this, that was on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
no one's doubting that, Davowski. No.
You're cracking me up with the homeless.
Yeah, this is a little more wizardy, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's more like a dark pine wizard or something, you know, down between creeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Beard
Magic.
Talk, everyone. Hope you're. We
Oh,
were going to
man,
talk about movies.
You're awesome,
but
Devin.
anyway.
Serious, mate.
Cheers, back at you.
Love it.
I will soon have my own custom beard set. Beard guys.
Oh.
We might have to talk again.
Yeah. We'll talk
Custom
about
beard set.
beard scent.
Set.
Oh, scent.
Beard
Okay.
oil.
Scent.
All
You
right.
can't have a set of beards. Yeah.
I heard just avocado oil, man.
According to my wife, it smells like Planet K.
Oh yeah, we went over this, didn't we? Yes.
Oh, did we? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Put some Planet K in your beard.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to bring out
Smells
the
like-
slides. Oh, go ahead. No, what were you going to say?
It just smells like old underground comics that have been sitting there for a long time.
Yeah.
And art mags.
Is that what you call it? Okay.
And weed.
And weed.
No,
That's
it never
weed.
smells like weed in a Planet K.
Let's see. What do we like better? We like that
Maybe
better?
it's
Yeah,
just
that's
me.
valid. I like
Didn't
that.
we talk about the penis
It's usually
fighting movie?
We did talk about the penis movie. This is just kind of a where we left
Zenithal.
off. Yeah.
The
No,
comedy for
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
that poster has no giant penis on it at all. It's very misleading. in that
Yeah,
way.
it's just like
There's
it's like
lot
super
of dick
proppy.
A lot of dick jokes. Anyway, so that was the late night movie for Sunday, and that I have to be honest with you, that movie did not really keep me awake all night. It was funny, but it did not keep me up. So I got a little advance sleep in the theater that night before the main event. And then in the morning, oh yeah, do you see you got a shout out there, Davowski?
I saw, yeah.
Someone thinks you're famous.
I do have an IMDb page.
Oh, do you? What were you in?
Yes, I do.
What were you in?
I know movies. I've done some Foley work.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I was on IMDb and then it got removed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They don't like your movie anymore?
It's like a C movie. You're like sub B.
Yeah.
It's
What
like
was
the
it
movie
called?
that launched a guy's career 10 years later.
What was it called?
It was called Clay. Ron Bonk directed it out of Syracuse, New York.
Cool.
And then another one called Ms. Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh,
Ms.
I like that title.
Like a beauty
Yeah,
pageant.
Like a beauty pageant. Yeah, right.
Like the beauty pageant or like the Miz?
Like Ms. Mrs.
Or Les Mis? Was it a musical?
No, just Ms. Like MS.
Yeah, like Marvel.
Yeah.
Or 45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All
I was
right,
also
well,
on a
13.
episode of a TV show here when I moved to Austin.
Oh yeah, what TV show?
The 4400.
Man, I don't know what that is.
It was an HBO series.
Oh yeah?
Tell us more.
It was all on IMDb and then it was gone. My name's
Yeah.
gone
Oh,
out
man.
of it, so
Wow.
oh well.
HBO, cleaning house.
Famous fleeting.
Oh, man.
All right, well we'll get back to the festival here.
Yes.
All right, sweet. What do we got? We got Maldoror. That I started the day with another Soul Crusher. Anybody else see Maldoror? Was it just me?
Yeah, and not the best thing for the first movie of the day.
I kind of like to get the really dark stuff out first thing in the day
absolutely.
myself. And this is actually a very long movie too.
Cup of coffee and destroy your soul.
Yeah, and it totally does. It's from the director of Calvaire. That was his first movie. It's a fairly popular film that's like extreme horror. It was part of the French wave of extreme horror. And this movie takes place in a Belgium when they are about to combine the three different branches of law enforcement into just one single branch, and the tension that was causing basically made the three branches not only dysfunctional towards one another but hostile. So it kind of made an environment where crime could flourish, and Maldoror is about some child murder, child abductions. It's a pick me up. You feel great. One of the things that I found the most hard. It's got a cat. Whose cat?
Geronimo is nonplussed. I fed him right
Oh,
before.
your cat's name is Geronimo. Awesome. That's great. Great name. I feel like I must have seen him at some point, but
Yeah, you've met Geronimo. He's 14 now. Anyway.
Oh wow.
Almost 15.
Ooh.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so Mulderer was a real bummer, but was also like really, really good. And this guy on the poster, the main character, he's like, kind of a low level cop, but he gives a shit. So he essentially like is the guy who
He looks young in the poster.
Yeah, I mean he's young. Yeah, he's like a young new cop, beat cop, but no one's going to be solving these crimes because of just how. Oh man, there he is.
Sorry, I apologize.
No.
Here he goes.
No. Hold on, let me get you up here. Boom, there we go. Here.
Oh, look at that kitty.
Oh, look at Geronimo.
Ah, nice tigery.
It's great. We're talking about beards. We're talking about cats.
Cats.
It was a great festival. Yeah.
Apologies.
Why does he look like Jethro in cat form? Because
it's a good question.
He's handsome. That's why. He's handsome. Okay. You're confused because we're both handsome. That's all. Happens to everyone. I get it all the time.
Wait until he brings him into the theater next year as an emotional support animal.
Mm-hmm. I'll accept that.
And he gets no nuggets, veggie or otherwise.
No nuggets.
Do you remember the emotional support dog? Not allowed nuggets.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. You're right. I remember that.
I'm trying to tie
everybody else nuggets in front of him.
Yeah. Which, yeah, that must have been a rough screening for that dog to just have to sit there and watch people eat nuggets right in front of you and it's well established.
Veggie nuggets.
Delicious breaded veggie nuggets.
The wife's delicious.
Yeah.
Breaded.
So here's
the wife's.
The wifeys, right? Isn't it the wifeys? Oh well, we'll get there.
See this nice young, idealistic man.
Law enforcement individual.
So not only do you get to see the depression of child abduction, but dreams destroyed.
Yeah, his soul gets crushed right along with yours. So I liked it. Did anyone else see Mulderer? What'd you think? Because I definitely recommend it. I
missed it. I tried to see it.
It's soul crushing, but so well done.
Yeah.
Like you care about these people. You care about these circumstances. It tells a depressing story very, very well, and I would highly recommend it.
Yeah. I don't know if you necessarily need to go in totaled, but if that's going to help get through something really dark, go ahead. And then I don't know, I feel like I was the only one here who saw Body Odyssey, right? You guys
saw
really
Body
Odyssey.
Oh no,
you saw Body
Cheryl
Odyssey.
And I saw it.
Okay. Oh, you did.
No, I did not.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I liked it. This is Julian Sands' last movie.
Yeah.
I like it as well. It was an interesting tale, and it really brings you into the world of the characters.
Yeah,
the main character.
It you're never really quite sure how it's where exactly it's going. It does get a little dry at times, and of course Jacqueline Fuchs is not an actress. She's a bodybuilder. So that shows. I mean, she's in every scene, and she's often opposite Julian Sands. So there's not much hiding, a lack of acting ability.
No, I mean her physique is on full display.
What are you saying, Duvall?
She's a Swiss bodybuilder, which of course got my wife. We got Cheryl, my wife, who's Swiss, very interested. She looked her up. And if you look on IMDb or various reviews, no one brings up Jacqueline Fuchs' name. She's nowhere associated with this movie. It's very odd.
Really?
Yeah. Check the IMDb page. You won't even recognize the actors that are mentioned besides Julian Sands there. They're just other bodybuilders and background people. Not even the couple, without spoiling anything, that she visits at one point. They're not even on that page.
Well, it is a pretty small character focused film, and it's not, big wild events that other than I guess
I guess it's just because she's just that much of a non-actor. I don't know. Like that's kind of that's a little aggravating, really.
I kind of think she had her name scrubbed from IMDb and everything else associated with this. Maybe hit too close to home. It would seem the star of the movie would. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe they took her stuff down when they took Kevin's stuff down.
Maybe, maybe
This could be all a part of a conspiracy.
Maybe she didn't like it. I don't know. Like, I didn't think it was like mind blowing or anything, but I enjoyed it. Yeah,
it was beautifully shot, and especially certain scenes towards.
Yeah, they definitely had some good angles, interesting, perspectives, and some good close-up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but as much as what was the Nicole Kidman film that played the fest a few years ago, where she looks quite rough, or Demi Moore's new film, the film really puts her in a very raw role.
Yeah,
and and especially since she is indeed the world champion female bodybuilder many years running, and it's definitely it seems it maybe hit close to home.
Yeah.
Well, I saw at this time. Oh, sorry.
Look at those guns.
Yeah, no, just it's another. It does paint an interesting portrait of bodybuilding society. Because you meet other bodybuilders, and it offers kind of it. It gives her life especially a real free love look to it. Like seems like she could just she's just good to go.
I have a joke, but I'm not sure I can say it.
Oh
yeah, I mean it's really interesting.
The worst or the best hand job ever.
Yeah. I know, like don't get her too. Yeah. I mean that's okay. It's a funny thing to even imagine, like being like I guess as a straight guy, I've never been with someone stronger than me intimately. That would be a real role reversal for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
do something wrong while you're down there, and she's got you in a headlock.
Yeah.
No, I think it's an interesting portrayal of the extremes of like femininity, where you can go and still be, as a female feminine, as a bodybuilder. That's crazy. It's a very unique portrayal.
And Captain brought up roids, and the movie definitely shows the use of steroids as just something that everyone in this industry does. That is just a given. So that's definitely part of the movie. Oh, go ahead.
But I was just going to say the addiction that Captain Obvious just brought up in the movie is more the addiction to creating a perfect body in this case. The steroids are just steroids or the pathway there, but it's a real obsession with chasing what their ideal of perfection is.
Yeah, I mean that's really what the movie's about. Is like how far that goes and what that can do to you. Oh, now I wish Terry were able to join us again, because this was Doug Benson movie interruption. That's when he gets some of his comedian friends to hang out in the front row of the theater and watch a movie and heckle it. And since I've been doing B-sides, every weekend, more often than not, every Friday, more often than not, I have a very clear idea just exactly how difficult it is to heckle an entire movie and be funny the whole time. So kudos to Doug Benson and his friends, especially there was one female comedian with them who I believe had maybe also worked with Master Pancake here in Austin. And she was very, very funny. So her lines for the movie were very good. But yeah, it was choose your own adventure. They had a bunch of titles for everyone to pick. And the one that won was the one that I wanted to see, Hackers. I'd never seen Hackers before. It's like mid-90s, something like that.
But the one with Robert Redford?
No,
that was Sneakers.
No, that's Sneakers.
No.
Yeah. This picture here, this is Hackers right here. Like, that's Matthew Lillard there and Angelina Jolie.
Wow.
Yeah. And Matthew Lillard, however you say that, guys. Okay, you got it.
Lillard.
He is so ridiculous in this movie. His outfits are ridiculous. He has that, like over the top, like fresh, super hip, like whatever. And
he's the best thing in the movie.
Yeah, and and they're all hackers. And there's this kid who like goes to jail, or he's not allowed to be on a computer or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but he was the
super hacker.
He was the super hacker as a child, and as a result of his super,
he was
hacking,
banned.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's extremely cringy. And I had to actually look it up later because this movie is PG-13. I was surprised by that. People get shot. There is some blood, but
nudity or fuck.
But Angelina Jolie's nipples are in it repeatedly.
All right,
and
there you go.
Generally, the rule with PG-13 is you're not going to get any nudity of any sort in relation to sex, right? Like you can have you can have some
waist
nudity.
Up nudity.
Yeah, you can have some nudity if it's not related to sex. But yeah, once you have nudity and sex, then you're rated R. So it was really a surprise to see Angelina Jolie's nipples. Frankly, I've forgot all about them.
You'll have to revisit that later.
Yeah. Yes,
in the middle of this.
They're all hackers.
They are all elite.
They are all elite.
They're elite hackers.
Yeah, it's obvious. That's how you dress, and that's the way you act when you're an elite hacker.
L33.
When do you go to the Hacker Rave Club?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. I don't have a slide of that, but I did have to get one more of Matthew.
Yeah.
That guy.
Matthew who?
Lillard.
Lillard.
Willard.
Lillard.
That's the guy from SLC Punk.
He's
Okay.
And he's Shaggy.
He's Shaggy.
Yes. All right, man. That was sweet portrayal.
He's Shaggy in 2 movies, right?
Yeah, I know. Or more, maybe. I don't know. At least 2.
He was in Twin Peaks: The Return. His head blows up. It's a great performance.
Well, spoilers.
You can't spoil.
Showtime shut down on me on The Return. Oh.
You can't spoil it. You can't spoil
I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking. That's the perfect response.
So anyway, it was really funny. They did a good job. There were a lot of really good quips. as far as a movie I'd never seen before, Hackers is well, it's not very good. Let's put it that way. And it definitely did not have a real clear idea as to what hackers can or cannot do and how. So,
or even less of what hacking actually looks like.
I'll be right back, guys.
God, I wish it was as much fun as it looks like.
yeah, yeah.
The visuals alone,
Yeah.
which I have yet to see in any of my endeavors.
If you had followed Matthew Lillard the whole time,
Matthew who?
Matthew Lillard. It's Lillard. I like how he's wearing a, what do you call those shirts? The ones that have the just a crop shirt and then a long shirt under. Great look. Great look.
Does that have a name?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, they do use payphones in this movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you see this, Devin? Were you at the?
No.
Well, see, that's actually
No.
not a bad idea.
But I've
Cap,
seen it.
because then you're not traceable.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, it was still dial-up at the time of the shooting of the film. So
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I saw it a couple of years after it came out on
Yeah,
VHS. And yeah.
Dial-up was still a
Yeah.
thing.
We saw it.
It is a fun movie to watch and make fun of.
Yeah. Yeah. Highly recommend making fun of this movie. It's riffable. It's riffable.
And there's a lot of bad movies that it's not really fun to make fun of.
Yeah.
So
Right, they're just that bad.
So I could definitely recommend. Oh, I forgot whether or not we recommend Body Odyssey, but I do recommend it, and I
You as
definitely
well.
I recommend it totaled as well because there's lots of great visuals in it. It's light on story, purposefully so, light by design. So yeah, check it out. It's good. I enjoyed it.
I concur.
Yeah.
It was fantastic in the old school way.
And as far as Hackers, I only recommend it totaled as you can get. So just try your best to have fun if you're going to watch Hackers, and please, for the love of God, make fun of it. All right, that brings us to another secret screening, which was Heretic, which is about to come out. Right? Doesn't it have a week? It's got like a week or two, maybe. It's got a week.
It's right on top of it.
Yeah, it's really coming out. Okay. Not everyone agrees with me about this movie, so I would love to hear what you guys think. Someone go ahead and talk about Heretic and tell you what you think. I don't want to take the lead on this one because
you want to come in and shit on everything I say. I know your game, my friend.
No, I'm going easy. I don't like. I was in the minority. Most folks liked Heretic. So, yeah.
I thought the first act was well written for Hugh Grant, and the joy of the movie is that first. Yeah, it's the joy of the movie is the first act, and having Hugh Grant wax philosophical on the connections between world religions. And then, there's a horror movie they stuck on it.
I liked both pieces. I really did. It's not great by any means.
No, the second part is not bad. The horror movie is not bad by any means.
Yeah.
It's just,
You're going to dislike the first part of this movie if you are heavily invested in either the extreme evangelical and or Mormon and or that end. You're going to dislike this movie if you're heavily invested on the other side. I think.
Or
is it kind of red statey?
Deeply atheistic. Just in the fact that you're going to want more out of it, I think, out of the philosophical discussion. Like, you want that to be the movie, and it's not. and you want it to mean more than it does, and it doesn't. You know what he's arguing is very
Solipsistic.
yeah, at college philosophy level,
Mm-hmm.
there has not been a lifelong thought into all the arguments he's making. It's not super deep. It's setting up the horror
Yeah.
movie. So I could totally see how you could, again, the first act going into the second act, and this isn't what I was buying. Whereas I picked up immediately what was going to happen.
Huh.
And I went into the first act as when's it going to fall?
Yeah. Well, you know he's up to no good.
Yeah.
The trailer tells you he's up to no good, but
Right.
yeah, what it really turned out, and of course we're not going to blow it for anyone, but what it really turned out to be, behind those doors and such, wasn't what I was expecting. That is definitely so. I'm surprised to hear Wizard say that he kind of saw it coming. So that's interesting.
I've seen the trailer about 30 times. Does that count?
Right? Yeah, I have seen this trailer a lot. Yeah,
Well,
and
I
haven't seen it.
I'm sorry. No, I should say the fun part for me was just Hugh Grant being Hugh Grant with lines that aren't romantic comedy. Whether it was
he's great.
It was a bit ridiculous, but God, he just chews through it, and it's a lot of fun. And the rest of the movie, he's got enough, and the horror part's compelling enough. It's not bad at all. Yeah. But the fun part's when Hugh's on screen. That's all I'll say. That's the heart of it. Is whenever he's on screen, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it does go heavy in the theology at first, and then kind of it brings it up later, but yeah, it does kind of feel like baby's first theology argument. It doesn't like it's not. I guess maybe that's one of the things that was really for me, like, like, because the movie has this assuredness to it where it's convinced that it's deeper than it is,
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's old man Smithers.
I did enjoy him chewing the scenery. I did really like both of the protagonists. They were nice. They were cool. They were well written. I do agree that there's good dialogue. Yeah, I do agree that there's good dialogue in it. And yeah, that Hugh is having fun, and it is fun to watch it. There they are. So those two, I felt they both did a good job, and both their characters have some good moments as things get creepier. Yeah, I don't know. I and I also had high hopes for it because, like Kevin, I had seen this trailer a few times already, and I was kind of excited about it.
I have had no exposure to this. I could not have gone in blinder.
Yeah, that's good.
Which may have helped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a misread on my part, but I took Hugh Grant's character a lot more like the two characters in Something Beneath the Dirt from a couple of years ago. That he thinks he's deep, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's intelligent. He is, but at the end of the day, he's more interested in his own intellect and his pursuit of it than actual any depth.
Absolutely,
that was my read. And I think that, and the girls are written very much that way. They challenge him in these ways. So I think the movie is not taking the philosophical very seriously at all. I think it's supposed to be like a freshman who just got 2 days of Philosophy 101 under his belt and he found God.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I still don't recommend it myself, but you guys can, if you guys say so, yeah. Like
I think it's well worth a watch.
That's fun.
I'll defer.
That's fun.
No, it's not going to be the movie you go back and rewatch every year at Halloween. But it's fun. Hugh Grant. The last thing I saw him in was Dungeons and Dragons. Which I
Same.
really liked what he did in that movie. He's worth watching.
Oh yeah, I bet he's a big old ham bone in that movie.
Yeah, evil Hugh Grant is so
well-
much better than romantic comedy Hugh Grant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that for sure. All right. Well, the panel recommends, or I'm outnumbered anyway because we got it's 2-1, and that brings us to Baby Invasion. Now I know.
Sorry.
Look at
No,
the
no.
laughing baby.
Get those laughs out. We have to talk about this movie.
Jesus
Oh, we do. Well, I want to. I really want to.
Mm-hmm. I want you to too. All right, so
This is Baby Invasion.
yes, this is Baby
Sorry,
Invasion.
answering.
Yes,
It
it
was-
is.
Do you
It
ever
was-
watch a movie to just fucking torture yourself?
To just
How bad of a time can I have
can
for
you
90
do it?
minutes?
I
Can
mean,
you do
I
it?
thought the music was loud and boisterous.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It was pretty
definitely
cool. I had a
loud.
good time with the music. It kept me awake,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah. To answer your question, Black Lives Matter or Black
Yes.
Lives or Black Cats. This this is Baby Invasion. It is the new Harmony Korine movie. It is abstract, I think is a good way kind of maybe to say it. It's not even really that abstract. It's maybe just kind of storyless, you know, like
Yeah,
There's
it's like
just
a
like-
modern stream.
Here's
Yeah,
a premise.
yeah. A premise.
Here's 90 minutes
90 minutes of premise.
Of-
Yes.
of just a premise.
Yeah.
And really loud techno music.
hmm Yeah, there's techno music going the whole time. It takes place in
It's one song. It's
It's-
one
yeah.
song.
Yeah.
The entire movie. It's one song.
Really loud.
Yeah.
Louder than
Drowning
like,
out everything else that might even possibly be happening.
Oh
of
yeah,
interest.
and then there's a chat stream going up the left side
Mhm.
of the display that you're watching on.
Yeah, it's made to
uh,
look like
and some-
Twitch, right? Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's like
like
sometimes
streaming
up to
with
right.
a chat display scrolling upwards.
yeah.
Sometimes
Louder
one
than-
stream, sometimes 6, 7, 8 streams showing at
Yeah.
once, you know.
Layered kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know
Louder
if
than
layer's
Hazard,
the right
if
word.
anybody
Oh, what do
remembers
you
that movie?
What's that, Kevin?
Was it Louder Than Hazard? You remember that movie?
Hazard. Did you guys
Couple
see
years
Hazard?
back.
I did not see Hazard.
Was that
That was the one
Russian?
shot in the car.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I didn't see
Oh
that.
yeah, it's louder. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I can. Oh yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
So what you're told going into this is that there is a game developed called Baby Invasion, where you are mercenaries who hide their faces with baby faces, and it got stolen before it was completed, and it
On the
it
dark
started
web.
yeah on the dark web, and it starts a phenomenon where people are apparently actually doing what's in the game. So you don't even know if like what you're seeing is the game, is real life, is a combination of this, situation that they're
I believe it's a
describing.
game
Mhm.
because the head's on everybody. It's just like, all right.
Yes.
And
So yeah, go ahead.
so then you feel like it. Well, at least I'm going to see some gruesome home invasions, right? This is going to be like the Purge,
Right,
Right,
or
Yeah.
something.
uh-huh.
Robberies.
and then
Mayhem.
it's not.
No.
And
No,
then
they-
it's not that
Just a
at
bunch
all.
of people posing for a camera somewhere.
No, they're
fishing out
partying.
some.
They break into the house, they hold everyone hostage. They're essentially waiting for like the safe guy to get there to blow up the safe. So what they do while they're waiting is a shit ton of drugs and dancing to techno. And because it's first person fighter, if you're not actively holding a gun, the guy is like flipping the double bird You know, like instead of punches,
yeah,
you
I
got the
remember
double
that.
bird. Yeah, so he's constantly flipping the double bird throughout the movie.
Oh man, my kind of person.
It, it is.
I mean, I did kind of like some of that and the irreverence of it, and the fact that it was going from place to place, camera to camera. It was
It's a
just
good,
disorienting. You couldn't follow it.
it's a good dare. You know, like if you're gonna dare someone to do something, watch this movie. I could dare you to watch this movie. I could
Yeah,
dare
it's
you.
like-
I could dare you to watch the whole movie. I was like, it's like no matter what, it's only 80 minutes long, and
To
That was a
to
fucking rough
get
80 minutes, man.
that was
Jesus
that was
To-
a real 80 minutes, man.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it was not.
get,
There was no second skipped,
Mhm.
and you couldn't close your eyes because of loud noise.
And somewhere inside of you, you're hoping, right? Something's gonna happen at the end. It's gonna
Mhm.
bring all this together.
Yeah.
It's gonna have a meaning or
Don't
a point
give it away.
or something.
Spoilers. Yeah, nothing happens. It's
Yeah.
over. You know what happens at the end?
Credits roll. Didn't they do that in the beginning?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it is bookended with an interview with the game developer. It's bookended with the game developer.
Yeah, it's a frame story.
Yeah.
But to
It's
a
a
point
frame
of Getch,
story.
well, yeah, there's no story. But to Getch and the Wizards' point, Getch mentioning how we couldn't tell who we were following, they actually spent way too long, I feel, establishing that no, we can tell who's who because of which gun they have. There's a very long 15-minute setup where
Right, I
everyone
remember all
chooses
the
a gun.
gear
Yeah.
that they were showing for everybody, and
So that's our only, and I thought we had a narrative at this point, which we do not. Do not get me wrong, because this is Silent Sniper, 9mm dude. This is AR-15 dude. This is Uzi dude, right? So when we switch streams, because they're all first-person perspective, this is the only clue we have is the gun they're holding. And to the Wizards' point about we don't know if it's a game or not, I just have to believe it's intentional because we do invade two homes in this, one quite quickly and then the long one at the end.
The long one, yeah, like they do two different hijacks, yeah.
But the first is quite quick. But in the second one, it becomes even more obvious. You see it in the first, but in the second one, much more obvious that some of their hostages are flipping the fuck out and are quite scared for their life.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, some people just sit in their chairs like no one's there. The fucking babysitter in the second house continues just to walk around cradling the baby like no one's there when they're walking around the room.
yeah,
It's a game.
NPCs.
It seems, well, I'm not sure because other characters act genuinely frightened. Like, I think
Well, I mean, this is in the future,
messing
so
with that light.
maybe they've developed that technology that creates this realistic environment. And
I saw this on Twitch last week.
Yeah,
You saw
all
what?
you need is a VR and a GoPro. You're ready to go. You could do this right now. Exactly what they show. You could do with a
Really?
VR headset and a
That's
GoPro.
what they did.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking it's supposed to
Put
be.
a filter on.
Really, yeah, I guess
people-
it's. Oh, I was just gonna say, I guess it's really supposed to be a movie about the future. You know, like this is.
I don't know what the fuck it's.
I mean, it's in the future.
I really
They
don't.
developed this thing, and everybody's playing it. It got leaked, and now they're all just
Yeah.
We're in the future, the distant future. Yeah.
So,
I love that.
as far as recommending this movie, it's, as I said, it's more like a dare. I dare you to watch this movie.
You want to torture yourself.
Yeah,
it's
I
obnoxious, man.
I dare you to watch this movie in an altered state. Go ahead, give it a shot.
Oh Lord, no.
You know, like learn something about yourself. You know, like,
I don't need
I don't
to
know
learn
what to
that
tell
again.
you, man. I don't know what to tell you. It
I mean,
exists.
yeah.
Follow the white rabbit.
Hell,
For the
let's
rest-
do a Harmony Korine triple feature or something.
Do not waste mushrooms on this movie.
No.
No, I would not do
waste
this
mushrooms
on
on this
psychedelics.
movie.
It's not worth it. There's nothing there. You get bored.
No.
You'll turn it off. You'll leave the room.
No.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
not
it might
that-
give you common sense enough to walk away.
yeah. And it is slightly funny at times, but it's not funny enough. So anyway, moving on. We definitely want to talk about the rule of Jenny Penn
Yes.
because it's John Lithgow, man, and
I did see this one.
It's Harry.
You saw this,
from the
Kevin?
Hendersons.
Yeah.
Or
And
Harry
Jeffrey
the
Rush,
Hendersons.
Jeffrey with a G.
Jeffrey
you know
Rush.
Oh,
he's-
man,
you know
yeah.
he's a good man. He's a good man.
Jeff,
That
Yeah.
actor.
Not like the one from Toys R Us.
No. What? That's not an actor. It's just
Geoffrey. No, that's Geoffrey.
It's just a
They call him
giraffe.
Geoffrey.
Yeah. But this movie,
It's a trip.
man, this was a
Fun.
wild
It
movie.
was fun.
Yeah,
Yep.
It was fun.
I'm watching this again. I
yeah.
decided.
Oh yeah.
The characters were awesome.
Yeah.
yes.
Now,
Yes.
it hit me different than you guys for the
Uh-huh.
reason that my mother was in hospice.
Mhm.
She's been in a nursing home. So I'm in and out of a nursing home every day for the past 6 months. So it kind of hit me differently
Yeah.
in that fact. When I started watching, I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
Mhm.
But
Mm.
I really did enjoy the whole thing.
Yeah, and one of the things it was doing was like showing an in-depth look into that life that movies just normally don't, and like not in like I wouldn't call it an exploitive way, just kind of.
Oh,
more
no,
matter- yeah.
I'm getting to the age where this sort of thing becomes a fear. Anyway,
Mhm.
I had been in a
Yes.
nursing home
Mhm.
visiting a great uncle
Mhm.
just a few days before this. No, to me, this was a horror movie
Mhm.
by every
And-
stretch. It's
The reveal or the twist, if you say, and I'm not going to say what it is,
Mhm.
that comes up on it, was kind of a surprise to me as I was enjoying the movie.
Mhm.
And it just, okay, that's why. All right. I
Yeah.
try not to give it away.
No, but
I just-
yeah, I understand. Like, you don't want to give away the twist, and it does make you want to watch the movie again.
Yes.
Um,
I think I got some non-spoiler I just came up with.
Uh-huh.
It is Bubba Hotep mixed with My Bodyguard from the 80s.
Mm.
I like that. That totally
Yeah.
works.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
That very much works.
but it is
Like,
so
I
great,
don't. What are we considering spoilers?
right?
because-
Well, you learn things, about
What's going on there?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
learn things about the one of the main characters. But the basically the storyline is that Jeffrey Rush, he's a judge. He's working. He's already like he's an independent and also powerful person.
Yeah, well into his
but
career.
yeah, but he has a stroke, and because of the way that he's, I guess, reimbursed or whatever, he's winds up in this particular not too bad nursing home. Like as nursing homes go,
Yeah.
not too bad.
You can
Looks
do
pretty
worse.
good. Yeah, you could definitely do worse.
Or so it would appear.
Yes. But then there's John
Yeah.
Lithgow, who is a manipulative little piece of shit. And he has this doll named Jenny Penn on his hand at all times. And oftentimes when he is doing mean things to people and overpowering them, either like physically or through mind
Waking them
games and
up or
such,
something.
Yeah. I mean, he is just absolutely diabolical, Um,
Yeah, no
And-
doubt.
yeah, and the home is what you come to find out is that the home already like puts up with him because they're afraid of him, and Jeffrey Rush's character is going to take him on. You know, that's your setup there, basically.
Is that a
Yes.
spoiler?
No, that's not a no.
Okay,
I went in there.
because-
I went in there knowing
Who
about
posted that?
asshole licking. Yeah.
Right, but I
There's
mean,
a hand in the way.
Yes.
we could have been.
Just don't talk about the aliens. We'll be fine.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck? Shit!
But yeah, it you know, toggles between dark comedy and oh yeah, there's the one we always needed. Yes. Why is there sexual tension with the puppet? Because you have to lick her asshole. That's why. But there's it bounces back and forth between like super dark comedy to like legit horror movie, you know, where John Lithgow is the villain, and John Lithgow's villain should excite anyone. You should watch this movie simply for that, you know.
And you could tell he really enjoyed playing this role.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it was like just such a psycho thriller. It's just like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you're wondering what's happening next the whole time.
Yeah, when he's doing, when John Lithgow's doing his thing and he's like having a great time doing it, you know, like, you know,
And the whole thing is
there's
in New
a-
Zealand.
Oh
what's
yeah.
that? Yeah, that's
It's
right.
in New
Yes.
Zealand,
In New
Yeah.
Zealand, yes.
which is interesting, and they used actual Maori
Yeah.
for many of the roles.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Indeed, that character I
Prosthetic
think is
teeth.
the heart of the film. But the scene that's the heart of the film is a John Lithgow dancing scene that is tremendous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I agree.
Very impressive physical acting, as well as just like great mania. I mean, John Lithgow has always done fantastic mania, you know, from Buckaroo Banzai, Raising Cain. You know, he's just like when he gets to really chew the scenery, it is fantastic.
Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah, and that is and that is definitely happening here. Yeah, when he was a villain on Dexter, you know, he was like,
Yep. Oh
he
yeah,
was
the
like-
ice
he
cream
was
man.
like, yeah, he was great. What was the ice cream man?
Iceman.
He's the family guy, right? He's the
I
guy
don't know, man.
he'd kill a whole family or something.
Well,
I'm your ice cream man.
Anyway, if you can't
Ice cream
tell,
man.
man, I highly recommend The Rule of Jenny Penn. The rule of Jenny Penn being that you have to do what Jenny Penn tells you to do. So.
That's right.
Look at asshole.
Let's see where we. Oh yeah, that's right. I think Baby Invasion. After Baby Invasion, we went home. Right? We did
Absolutely.
not watch.
That was a
yeah,
late
we
nighter.
did
That
not.
was a midnight.
no.
No,
midnight.
it wasn't a midnight.
Oh
It
no.
was,
But we were tired.
Yeah, we were tired.
Oh, that's
so
right.
we did. Yeah, so we did not see what was the Ghost
There was a
Society or Dead. What is it? Dead.
Dead Talent Society.
Dead Talent.
Oh yeah,
Society.
the one that was hyped so much by
Which
People
evidently
loved it.
everybody
Yeah.
loved.
People
Did
loved
anyone see it?
Everyone
Did you guys
loved
see
it.
I
No.
didn't see it.
We all
No.
went home that night.
I mean, no matter how good
But-
it was, like after Baby Invasion, and you know, you're kind of
Yeah.
running low on sleep. I was like, I'm not making it. So Jenny Penn is how we started the day. This is how we started.
that
too.
was my first
Yeah.
first movie
Film.
of the day. Yeah,
And
Of the-
excellent choice to
of the
start your day.
fest.
yeah. Oh,
I
it was
think.
your first movie of the fest, sketch.
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
Oh, so
I
right
did.
off.
You are the
So
universe.
right off the bat,
Yeah.
you guys are like, yeah, this is.
It was a good start.
Yeah, I
Good
mean,
start.
I had some other
I-
choices, but I figured I could see him down the road, not depending.
Mhm.
I
So
was
this
working the
day I
first
did.
day.
Me and Cheryl did. You are the universe in this slot, the first slot, which I
Oh.
quite enjoyed. But another story.
What'd you
Kevin.
say, Kevin? Your
Uh,
mic's a little low.
Oh, sorry.
So
I
no,
was
that's okay.
I was working the first day and ended up seeing this in the press screening the next morning.
Oh,
Mhm.
cool. Well, sort of cool. Isn't the press screening? Aren't there like computer screens and talking and shit?
No, not really.
Oh, okay, that's good.
They have a theater, I'm sure.
I had always heard that there is a lot of, press goings on at those screenings. So that's nice to know. Anyway, yes, please check out The Rule of Jenny Penn. Please have fun with it. You said you saw You Are the Universe, and you like that, Devin?
Yes, quite did.
Yeah,
I saw
it
that
was in the
as
same
well.
slot as you, Jenny Penn. Yeah.
You saw it, Getch?
Cheryl,
I sure did.
Cheryl did not.
She didn't like it?
No, not at all.
I liked it.
What was
So did I.
What was Cheryl's criticism? Because it's about a guy who's
think-
like in a spaceship all by himself with just a robot.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, that's right. I'm mixing up You Are the Universe. Oh my Lord, this is what happens. We're just a few weeks out with the film that's set in Canada. Sorry, no, she liked You Are the Universe. She did. Sorry,
She liked you. Okay.
Mhm.
The film set in Canada.
Yeah, the one about the
Food Tan.
no, it's a oh Lord, Cheryl, what was that film called? No, she's not in here.
All right.
It's
Don't
about
worry about
it's about this guy who travels back to his home and like his mother has moved on. It's the movie is it's like a Magnolia or Happiness. It's about all these interconnected people and how their lives.
Ah, gotcha.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come up with a name in a minute.
Yeah.
Not You Are the Universe. That's right. You Are the Universe.
Yeah.
Very different movie. Yes.
Yeah, this was a retrospective screening. This is a DIY horror film from the early 90s called Disembodied.
I did not
And,
see Disembodied.
Yeah. It's like low budget David Cronenberg, she like hatches those things.
Oh wow, where'd she find him?
They come out of her.
No, like
Whoa, cool.
She literally hatched them.
she births them.
She births them. Yes.
What
She
are they,
keeps
like
them in
crusty barnacles that just flake off of her?
She keeps them in her bathtub.
She came out of her cloaca.
The cloaca blooms.
It does come out of this weird little thing in her
Yeah.
stomach.
She's
Yeah.
got a portal.
We'll just call it a cloaca. Why not?
Yeah, I mean that's where that little strand of poop keeps popping out too.
Yeah.
What?
All right, sorry.
Ooh.
Never mind, like a goldfish. Never mind. They're
Oh,
cloacas.
okay.
All right.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about yourself.
No.
No, that's a brain that she keeps. She also keeps a brain that's hooked up to a machine, and she is renting a filthy apartment. It's a really weird film,
Oh, I
has
see the
stuff
brain
going
now.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
4K
Steve
for it.
Martin loaned it to her.
Oh, look,
Is
look,
it
look,
Abby
Devin.
normal?
Look, Devin. Cheryl showed up, and she's here to tell you it's universal language. Boom, universal
And
language.
I actually put that in the private chat, one. And
Oh.
two, how is she hacked into my account? That is my Felix account. And by the way, my name.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
she-
that's
maybe
right.
she
put
saw
your name up
hackers.
there. She's hacked.
She saw hackers. She's at a payphone down the street right fucking now. I know it.
Are you married? Are you married to Matthew Lillard?
The second, yes. Right. Or the first, let's say. The former, not the latter.
Damn it! I knew it.
The escalator.
I gotta drink.
Well, I assume this movie, it's a a refurbishing or whatever, a restoration. It's a
I heard
restoration.
it was like 8
Yeah.
millimeter originally.
Well, it's 16 millimeter, I think. is what it
16?
was shot on.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
16 millimeter. But yeah, it's neat. It's got like a cool lo-fi thing going on.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was fun. If you're
Yeah.
into that kind of thing, this is the kind of thing you're gonna like.
You better be
Bride of
careful, Black
Pumpkinhead.
Life. She's gonna, yeah. You better be careful, Black Life. She's gonna pop in here. So yeah, I liked it. It wasn't like it was just neat in that way. It had cool, neat effects. It was creepy. It was weird. It was kind of like a more thoughtful, or just a more artsy street trash, or basket case, and definitely had that good sleazy city aesthetic, And then
there were some
yeah.
people that did not like it.
Yeah. Well, it's weird, it's uneven, it's amateurish, It's got all those things going for it too. So, I get it. I could definitely see people not liking it, but you're not going to get a chance to see it in the theater. So, whenever Severin or Vinegar Syndrome, oh wait, who is it? It was Terror Vision, right? Is that who it was?
Bleeding Skull
I think so.
was behind it.
Bleeding Skull. All right.
Bleeding
Hey,
Skull.
do a search.
You know what? Someone's going to put it out on Blu-ray. Somebody.
Yep.
Okay. So then, if you really want to see it, to check it out at that time, it'll probably also show up on Tubi. So yeah. She's on to you. Okay, so we're gonna move on, but I do recommend Disembodied. Not bad, kind of fun.
And this is a good time for obligatory that no one else caught. The Fall is in theaters, the 4K restoration. Please go see it if you have it. Fucking awesome big screen. That's all.
The Fall is also just recently been restored. That's from the director of The Cell.
Tarsem Singh.
Yeah, Tarsem Singh. It looked great. I almost saw it, but it was up against something else. So yeah.
You saw A Different Man, which we'll get to tomorrow. Well,
tomorrow.
Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
You know
it's
what I mean?
coming up.
Tuesday.
It's coming
Wednesday.
up. Yeah.
Wherever we are.
Yeah. So earlier, last episode, we talked about chainsaws or singing. But that wasn't the only bizarre musical that played this year, because we then
Spermageddon.
I'm impressed you guys remember the songs, because I didn't think they were all that catchy. But
that was the only one that I loved.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them, no, they were not that catchy. But the
It was
Spermageddon
kind
song,
of soft-hearted in its, approach to everything, and the characters were, I guess as good as you're going to make out of sperm.
It was amazingly Norwegian.
Yes.
Scandinavian
to the hilt.
Yeah, it had some great jokes in it. I loved when the pre-cum showed up. Just to go over the storyline here. This is life in the testicles, and these sperm are all preparing themselves for ejaculation, which is a big thing for them. What do they call it? They call it, something a little bit more.
I don't remember, but you got one shot to make it to that egg.
Yeah.
And only
The
one
Great
of you's
Escape.
gonna win.
Yeah. So they're all working up towards that, that fertilization. And the character on the right here in the glasses, he kind of wants to he likes life in the balls, and he just wants to stay in the balls. And he wants his girlfriend's sperm to stay with him,
How can you have a girlfriend as a sperm?
Yeah. He's, as you can see, he's kind of a bookworm. So he actually learns about the rest of the body. When they're in school, they're just supposed to learn about the egg. But he learns about the rest of the human anatomy, and that helps him out later on when they go on an adventure,
And this whole thing is written as if it's for children.
Well, but it's really
but it's not. But it still
children.
is. It's very much though. It's a silly little kids movie with a lot of heart that is about fucking.
Yes.
In Sweden, it probably is for the kids.
Well,
I think it's for everyone, if you ask me.
I've nenever been to Sweden. I would let I'd let a kid watch this. There's never even though you see the kids, you see the guy who owns the balls that these characters live in. You see him have sex several times. You never really see much in the way of nudity. In fact, unusual for a Fantastic Fest film. I'm not sure if you ever actually see a penis in this, right?
Well, no, it's just they classed it up by not exposing unnecessary gratuitous nudity, and they made it more about like the act.
Yeah, yeah. There was they even like it was, but to show who actually owns those balls, there he is. They're his balls. They live in his balls, and they go like he's going on a because this is like story B, right? He's going on a weekend summer camping trip with his friends, and they're going to meet up with some girls. He met this girl last summer, and like they started to have a romantic thing, but they're all of that age now where they do this, and that has a big change. And there is an awful lot of jokes and sperm and fucking. And Geronimo approves. Yeah, and jokes about sperm. There's good sperm. There's bad sperm. There's comic relief sperm.
There's alpha sperm.
There's alpha sperm. Yeah, he's the bad guy.
Gangster sperm.
Gangster sperm.
You might meet parts of the rest of the body.
That's right. Yeah, you might.
Yeah.
Thanks to this book, Sperm, knowing all about the human anatomy, this sperm they just might go some exciting different places. Yeah.
I'm just guessing we. No, I should shut up. I was just saying, I'm guessing that we start in the throat.
You would
if
be
we
wrong.
know anatomy, we're not taking a traditional entrance.
No. I mean, they're teenagers.
The belly button holds many secrets.
Yeah, they're teenagers, so it doesn't really take all that long. The one thing that the only thing I should say, because I really enjoyed Spermageddon. The one thing that I was a little disappointed about was that there are like only 3 songs in the whole movie. There's just not that much singing. Like you really wanted there to be more, character development with singing sperm and
Yeah, I feel like I was promised a musical.
Yeah.
And I did not get a musical.
Yeah, and then what you really get is just more of an adventure film.
I was more relieved that there were fewer songs, to be quite honest.
Oh, really? You didn't like the song?
I liked let me see what happens.
Yeah.
Go, go, go.
What were you saying,
it was
Wizard?
like the musical. The musical was a lure without the lure.
Or something.
Yeah. And
anyway.
Yeah, and all the people in the movie were likable. These 2, very likable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Enjoyed hanging out with them as well. Kind of always wanted to go back into the balls, but,
you wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
It's a happy place.
Yeah. So anyway, highly recommended highly. Totaled all the way. And that brings us
to another secret screening.
To another secret screening.
I didn't see any of this.
You didn't see this?
No.
What a shame, because you love musicals. You're just saying how much you love musicals. And let me tell you, there are several songs in this movie.
Absolutely.
Songs. Yeah.
But this is not a musical because the story is not told in song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of the songs are told as a story, though.
Yeah, but it's an indirect thing. This is a biopic about a musician.
Yeah, it's more in the indirect way,
British musician.
Like it's a music video. Like what you're seeing have happened doesn't really exactly correlate with what the song is about, because they're just his pop songs. That's it.
Well, but now we're not telling them what the movie is yet, but we're telling them what it is.
I don't want to.
So we should tell them.
A different man? No.
It's not a
Kinda.
different man, but that
I
confused
know.
the shit out of everybody the whole time.
Me included.
Yeah, yeah. Better man.
A
It's
better
called
man.
Better Man.
I just couldn't believe the
just better,
response
no
to
way.
this by the loudest of the posters, you know?
Uh-huh.
Well, we won't go into that.
Yeah. It's just like,
no, let's leave that
I
alone.
wanted
Well-
to kind of be excited about it.
Oh no, I mean you can talk about like were people liking it or disliking it? You know, like what were
Both.
what were the
Both. But the
Yeah,
initial
So there-
comments were like, I'm out of here. This is bullshit kind of
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
that's
all.
every secret screening on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
It wasn't what I
most
wanted.
people really enjoyed
I've
it.
never left a secret
most people
screening,
will
man. I
enjoy
just sit there.
Mhm.
I was kicked out of one.
You were kicked out
Another
of one.
story.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's another story. So it
What? No,
doesn't matter. It was
No,
nothing I
it's
did.
not another story. You have to tell us.
Okay, well,
How'd
it
you
was
get
back in the
kicked out of his secret screen?
early days of VAP. So this was like 2009, but I think
Uh-huh.
that was the first year we really had a bum rush, and
yeah.
it was in Theater 4 VIP. Back in the that was when it was Super Fan. Sorry,
Yeah.
or it was VIP back then. Sorry,
No,
not
it was VIP. back
VIP,
then.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
back VIP back then. And so they called us, and I went back, and the entirety of Theater 4 was filled.
Mhm.
And there was security there. I don't remember what the movie was because I was kicked out. I never saw. And I'm looking around for a seat. There's not a single fucking seat left. And the security comes up to me for Paramount, whatever studio is there.
Mhm.
I'm like, you have to take a fucking seat. You got to fucking leave. And I'm like, but I'm a super fan. I'm supposed to be guaranteed like first in with all these people. And they're like they give a fucking rat's ass.
Yeah,
Just like
absolutely.
you're fucking out of here, dude. So
Yeah.
the studio security kicked me the fuck out.
Oh, well,
I don't know what movie it is. I don't remember.
it's probably Role Models or some shit anyway. I don't know.
Oh, I saw that.
No, I was
You
I was
were
there
in-
with y'all for role models.
you were
I
in-
mean, for as long as we were there.
What was that Renee Zellweger Western or whatever?
Appaloosa. I saw that.
Appaloosa.
Yeah, I saw that.
that.
too.
That's probably
So
what I
anyway-
was kicked out of. I never saw
Yeah.
that. Anyway, go
So,
ahead.
yeah. Anyway, this
I
is
didn't miss anything.
yeah, you didn't miss anything. This
Nope.
is a movie about a pop star named Robbie Williams, who I had never heard of like at all. He apparently like he branched off from a boy band called Take That, which is another thing I did not know at all. Like I was completely
Because you're not a
unfamiliar.
European teenager.
Right? Yeah,
to
I
be
mean,
fair. And a lot of the
There's
Euro
no
pop
excuse.
stuff does not make it over here.
yeah, yeah,
You
and
weren't
it
a
really
European teenager. You weren't a European teenager 30 years ago, unlike my wife. So
Mhm.
she does know very well.
she knows Robbie Williams. She was
Oh, yeah.
overseas the whole time. Yeah.
Wasn't
No,
he the
she
guy
was
who
an
like
East
sang with
Seventh
Brit,
guy.
what's her name? Miley Cyrus on that awards thing where she was twerking. And never mind.
Badoop doom. Good job.
I don't know. I do not know.
Mm.
But
I don't know.
but yeah,
I don't-
I kind of got the impression. I got the impression that Robbie Williams was better known for his tabloid headlines than his actual music. But I guess he has a lot of hits, like a lot of hits, right?
Yeah.
Devin,
Yeah.
is that accurate?
He is the biggest British pop star of the past 20 years.
So for me as an American,
Believe it or not.
who has
Yeah.
no idea who Robbie Williams is, even today,
Yeah.
when
But-
they were brushing his hair near the end, and they could have taken the CGI off at that point, and I would have
Uh-huh.
been a much happier person. But no, they didn't do that. They kept it as the monkey. So I have unless you saw that little interview in the beginning and realized who that was, no idea what he looked like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you
They-
know what? I can honestly say, not knowing who Robbie Williams is,
Mhm.
not really caring about this style of music,
Mhm.
having no association to it, they did a hell of a job telling the story.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, and I really found it to be a pretty cliched, storyline for a pop star. I was like, well, he just kind of hits all the beats, doesn't he? Like it just.
But he did.
Yeah.
He did.
But then, yeah, it's the guy's real life, so it is.
He's why it's a cliche.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny that it's
That's how he did it.
Your life story,
just like all those other guys,
as cliched as it gets. So
and to tag off that, my biggest criticism of the film, which can't be faulted because it's exactly that. It's every behind the music you've ever seen.
Right.
Is that you forget he's a chimpanzee? You forget he's a chimpanzee. The fact that he's a chimpanzee wears off like in 20 minutes. Right.
Yeah.
That's the biggest criticism out of the film. It pretty quickly it's like you're just in a biopic.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while he should have thrown some poop.
Yeah, there you go.
Remind you.
But they gave him
a banana or something.
Yeah. They didn't give him any chimpanzee attributes at all, and it's so it's like it's the only interesting choice the movie makes. Everything else is like you said, a behind the music, by the numbers affair. Like, oh, did he have a problem with drugs? Did he alienate his friends and his former bandmates? Like, oh, was he? Like, did things go too far with him and his girlfriend? Like just.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the headlines addressed.
Oh, did he shoot himself in the foot a bit with his, bad attitude and abuse problems? But
did he let his family down?
Did he let his family down? Did his meemaw die while he was too fucked up? He never got to say goodbye to his meemaw.
And there is one scene at the very end of the first act that concludes it, which makes it look like we're going to see some things more metaphorically. Maybe we're going to explore the animation a bit more and make it more interesting. But that's never really revisited.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
No,
it's okay.
It just I mean, it is what it is. I didn't.
It's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie.
I didn't hate the music.
No.
It's paced well. Everybody's acting fine. So like if you're not offended by anything really in it, like if you don't absolutely fucking hate the music, then you'll probably be fine with it, and you may as well have.
If you don't know who Robbie Williams is, then you got something better to do. The chimpanzee thing wears off in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what is
exactly.
what is the relevance of the portrayal as chimpanzee in this movie, or is it just a gimmick?
It's never addressed.
Yes, it is.
That's how he sees
No, it
himself.
is. Yes, it is.
It is.
Wizard,
It totally
take it
is.
away. It is.
The director, at the beginning, has him say, but that he has always seen himself and described himself to the director when they were planning the movie as, I'm just a trained monkey. So we'll make him look like a chimpanzee.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Robbie Williams was shopping his story around to several directors and writer-directors. And the reason he went with this particular concept was that the director ran with
Interesting comment, people.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, obviously, I didn't know anything. He may sing Me and My Monkey in the movie. He very well may. I have no idea.
I wouldn't know.
Because I really do not know what, songs he did and didn't do. He did a cover at some point, which was really quite good, in like a lounge. No, it was like I don't know. He was doing like kind of more personal shows, or he's doing like a lounge act sort of thing or something. It was close to the end.
It was a small club.
Yeah, it was close to the end.
Atmosphere. Yeah. No, he is his monkey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he
Except
is haunted.
He's not a monkey. He's an ape.
He does. I think he does spank himself once or twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm a bad boy.
He definitely gets in trouble. And he has why is there sexual tension with the monkey? That's what I want to know.
Tisha meine Monkey.
Ask Michael Jackson.
Touch the monkey, touch him.
Love him.
Just don't shock the monkey.
So I don't
Don't you know you got him?
I don't disrecommend this movie. If you're interested in seeing this movie, definitely see this movie. You know,
All right.
If pop music isn't going to spoil it for you, you know, it's not going to waste your time. But just know that like Robbie Williams lived the most generic pop star life you possibly could. And I'm sorry, Robbie, but you are just as predictable as can be. Sorry.
I do not remember his name. But
Robbie
if you're into
Williams,
the old British series, The League of Gentlemen,
Yes.
one of the League of Gentlemen plays his father and is in the movie several times.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember people talking about that. Yeah.
Also go, please.
Oh no, I was just going to say that he's a well-known comedian, but he's playing more of a dramatic role as his father.
I just say I find it's interesting that Pharrell Williams' autobiography is about to come out, and
In
it
Lego.
is in Legos. What the fuck is going on? Anyway,
Is that what that is? Is that what that is?
Neptunes.
That's his life story. I thought it was just a sequel to the Lego movie.
Nerd.
It's his actual life story. It's another biopic told in animation, except Legos. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to see that because I am.
Man. I like his early stuff.
I am just biopicked out, dude. I am done
dude.
with the biopic. I don't ever want to see anyone's life ever again.
What about another Star Wars
You don't want to
movie then?
see. You don't want to see the SNL episode where Donald Trump comes on as a monkey and it's a musical? Come on.
No, I don't. And I don't want to see it in Lego form either.
Have you ever seen any Lego movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Saw a Lego movie and a Lego Batman movie.
All right, I'm just checking, before you like start shitting all over Lego.
Shit. Okay, well, we do have to move on to the next movie. So, Better Man, it was fine. We weren't like over the moon for it or anything. But I'll tell you what we were over the moon for were these two gentlemen. These two gentlemen right here. These guys.
Oh my gosh. Look at those 3 suitcases.
This is Paul McCartney. They're on the beach, down the side of the hill from his Scottish cottage to welcome Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder has taken a rowboat to Scotland, so that he can inspire a musical legend, because he is a musical legend, and there's only one way. There's a certain way a musical legend inspires
another.
Yes.
And the guy who played Stevie Wonder was at that festival the whole time, and you can tell he was really enjoying himself.
And he was in costume.
Gil Jackson.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
Was he in costume, or is
I don't know. No, he had the strange kind of denim jacket with pinned on logos and patches all over it, and
I got I kind of got the impression that was his real persona, what he was like walking around in.
Because he had the same clothes on every time I saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over multiple days.
Yeah, I talked to him for a few minutes about the movie. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. The weird vibe that he puts out is, probably a big part of how he got this role.
It's legit.
Yeah.
Well, he's been in all of the other movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize he had roles in the other films.
I didn't know he was in Beverly Loughlin.
I'm pretty sure he was in Beverly.
Well, who is he in Greasy Strangler?
Yeah, I
for-
don't remember, but I know he's in it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
for
he
those
run
watching
the-
along. Oh, I was just gonna say for
he
those
runs
watching
the car
along.
wash.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh,
Sure.
okay.
I think
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
He's car
all right.
wash guy.
He runs the car wash. Okay. Yeah. All right. Excellent. But yeah, for those watching along, this is the new film from the guy who did the Greasy Strangler, and it is
Tell by the sweater.
yeah, it is just great. Paul McCartney is giving him that thumbs up. Later on, they're going to smoke doobie woobie.
That's for sure. You know,
Yeah.
I love this movie for a lot of reasons, but mostly it's the absurdity of like the camera shots and the dialogue.
Yes.
The dialogue, you could read it in a script and think, okay, yeah, well, that's nothing exciting. But the way they deliver the dialogue is just so crazily ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna know what to not laugh at.
Yeah, yeah, and the way that the jokes, like it's like the repetition often goes full circle, where it's like it's kind of funny, it continues, and then as it continues, it becomes more and more funny. Like it's
like
grating, but so like for a while you're like, I don't like it anymore, but then it goes on for so long that you're like, I like it again.
Yes. Oh man, I was like
Hoskins-
hypnotized a couple times, just like
Yeah.
Hoskins killed me with this one because unlike the Greasy Strangler, which is the
Mhm.
same repetitive joke setup, unlike Evening Beverly Hills Lynn, in the Greasy Strangler, the jokes were funny when they start, they wear thin, as you say, they come back and they just become absurd. In this, I think a lot of the repeating jokes were not funny from step one. Like fucking the first time they came out of someone's mouth to the 20th, they weren't funny at all. And I'm like, he's not going to get me this time. And then Jesus fucking Christ, he would land it in one cycle. Like, in a 5-minute scene, I'd be like, this isn't funny. This isn't funny. It's never been funny. It's not going to be fucking funny. Ain't get me now. And then bam.
blam.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
The thing, I was like,
masterclass.
Yeah.
I could not believe the opening scene. I was sitting there and the theater's full and I'm like watching it. You see Paul standing there by the hillside and it does this pan and this pan
pans
it
to
just
pans
keeps
to the
panning,
river. Yeah, pans to the
panning,
rowboat.
and
The
panning.
rowboat
And no,
out in
this
the
thing
distance.
pans so long, you're like, what the fuck? And then you see Stevie out there. And then it's like he's in a rowboat. And then it pans back to Paul in the same amount of time it took to pan out there. And then it goes back and he's a little closer. And then it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. That's just the opening scene.
It is contemplative. It's true.
Oh, yes.
Contemplative. But yeah,
Some people might
it's a
say
masterclass.
ponderous.
Yeah. And we learned
It's a masterclass in repetition.
Yeah.
And of camera shots and of dialogue. That's what we get over and over. Camera shots and dialogue and repetition until they become absurd to the point of insanity.
And there are penises.
Yes.
Yes.
We actually learned from the Q&A that they did not get the same penis sculptor as they had for the Greasy Strangler. They've actually they upped their penis game in this movie to a I guess a more highfalutin penis sculptor. So,
More expensive.
And it
more
was
expensive,
peni.
more
Or the-
expensive dick.
it
Or the
was
merkins
3.6% of the budget. Sorry.
What was
Tim
that, Kevin?
Lee told us
Yeah.
Tim Lee told us it was 3.6% of the budget exactly.
Yeah.
Prosthetic penises.
Well, you can't have enough in case of emergency.
Got to measure it accurately.
$15, same as downtown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's no denying that Stevie Wonder has big dick energy in this movie. You know,
His barking speech patterns.
yeah. One of my favorite jokes is when he lists all the things he needs for the cocoa. The cocoa finally arrives, and instead of store-bought chocolate sprinkles, Paul has shaved a chocolate bar with a cheese grater. It's, you know, what a wonderful thing for a friend to do for another friend. And he's just, he's like, he's really looking forward to the store-bought sprinkles. Great stuff.
Yeah, he just shits all over this wonderful thing he's done for
It's
him.
like, ah. Good stuff.
It's the one thing
I
that makes it-
almost died.
Oh. I've never had so many like just absurd realizations in a movie that just made me laugh out loud.
Yeah.
This was my favorite movie of the fest.
favorite of the fest.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
really was.
Yeah.
Me too.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, like it definitely was, you know, it's in my top 5 for sure. I don't know if I put it as number 1, but it probably the most fun, you know, probably had the most fun for sure.
Well, henceforth.
As far as comedies, yeah. I mean, like you
It
guys
is the
said,
one
but-
I will remember this year by.
Yeah. I shall always want to return to that Scottish cottage.
Your Scottish cottage.
Although I'll probably remember that too.
Yeah,
Oh, I'll never forget like the yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Then I moved on to Mad. So if you can't
What did I
tell, we
do
all
here?
really recommend Ebony and Ivory. I don't know when you're
Oh, yeah.
gonna get to see it.
Highest
I don't know
recommendation.
where you're gonna get to see it, but man, I hope you get to see it because
Because you're
fun.
never gonna see nothing like it.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
right. Yeah. And yeah, that brings us on to Mads, which it does that whole thing where it's one shot the whole time, but it
Mhm.
follows different people, and it's a pretty bloody and gross horror movie. No Mads Mikkelsen, although we made that joke the whole time. Like people kept bringing that up, and also there was no trailer for it. There's not very much about it going into the festival. So when you Googled it, that's really all you can. You're like, no, Mads movie. No, I know Mads is in movies, but I'm looking for the Mads movie. The Mads. Ah.
I heard some people saying Mad S as well.
Yeah,
Badass,
like badass.
Hmm.
Not sure. I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
Well, it was pretty
What
badass.
is my wife doing?
yeah. I'm a
Whose
horror.
wife?
You know, I'm a horror.
What's my
fanatic.
wife doing in the comments? I have no idea.
She's still
With my account. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on.
You're still talking to yourself. Do you even have a wife? What is going on
Yeah,
over there,
not really.
Dabowski? What's going on over there?
Just, you know, it's have you seen Split?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, me too.
Saw it
That
at
was a
the
secret
Fantastic.
screener
is
as well,
That
wasn't it?
was yes. Split was
Yeah,
a secret
yeah.
screening, and like you know, you always have that moment where they
God.
tell you what the movie is, and you're like, should I leave?
I said, oh.
Yeah, you're like, should I leave? Should I get out of here? You know, like, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna give it a chance. You know, like maybe M. Night still has a good movie in him. Well, maybe he does, but if
That one did.
that one lit,
This one did. Nope.
The end was pretty cool.
if you say so.
Just because I liked. Just because I liked.
It's my favorite. The one it references in the last 5 seconds is indeed
Yes.
my favorite, and only
Yeah.
one that I like in Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Sorry to distract.
So now, while he was watching Mads,
Mhm.
I went and saw Heavier Trip,
Oh yes,
Ah.
yeah.
which is the sequel to a movie from a few years ago called Heavy Trip, which is about
2018, I think.
a
Mhm.
Finnish metal band who plays symphonic post-apocalyptic, reindeer grinding, Christ abusing, extreme war, pagan, Findoscandian metal. I I had to write that down.
Well done, Wizard.
If you like heavy metal and comedy, it is hilarious.
And
Everything
if you
about
like the
Heavy Trip
first, it's perfect. Yeah.
that I liked, and then ramped up to 11 in this one.
Mm-hmm.
They very much channel the spirit of Lemmy in one of the side characters that I thought was awesome. A man whose voice though is so deep that he can only speak if he inhales helium, and then he sounds like this.
Peter Steele's son.
Baby Metal. Baby Metal make an appearance.
Baby Metal's in it. Oh, I
Yes.
think they're in the trailer,
Yes,
right?
they
they're
are.
in
Yeah.
the trailer. Yeah.
Baby Metal has
They've
a
got
couple.
three solid scenes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. That's cool. I mean, I don't know if I'm a Baby Metal fan really, but that's,
Well, that
that's
plays
cool
into
that they're-
the whole thing.
Yeah, I assume that
100%.
Metalhead's contention with Baby Metal would probably be featured in the film.
It is, and in
Yeah.
a hilarious way.
Excellent.
I loved it. It made me want to go back and rewatch the first one.
Highly recommend it. If you like the first one, it is more of the same, bigger budget, a little broader, but
And if
more of
you-
the same.
if you've never
quite good.
seen them,
highly recommend it.
Watch
See
them
it.
consecutively.
Get them. Yes.
Yes, definitely see the first.
Are they streaming
It's
anywhere?
necessary in this case. Off to
Yeah.
the phone I go.
I'll have to look.
Yeah, and I actually have not seen either one, so but I may just check it out as a double feature.
I know where you can find them.
Yeah, I do like fun.
Oh, I know that part, but I'm a see for everyone else.
But yeah, I saw Mads. I'm a horror movie nut, so I have a tendency.
It's on Tubi.
Yeah, cool.
Sorry,
You got it
go
on Tubi. So, but yeah, I always want to see all the horror movies that they're showing. That I always prioritize horror movies. And one of the not only do you get a lot of horror movies at the festival, you really do often get just the best horror movies. Yeah, good stuff.
Fresh and new.
Yeah. And this was definitely one of the superior horror movies of this year. Like, this was I wasn't that wild about the whole one shot thing. Didn't really think that was necessary, but the reason why they shoot it that way is it's a virus. It's a virus that is very easy to pass, so without ever like cutting. Even though it goes through hallways and it goes in dark areas, so like they could, it's pretty obvious that they could make cuts. But anyway, all one shot, follows one person, follows another person. Things get more and more desperate and nasty looking, and things are just progressing. And yeah, like when you get this virus, it really makes you want to like go way over the top with your partying and your fucking and your killing. Yeah. Makes you crazy. Makes you mad. Was I the only one that saw this one?
I saw it.
You saw it? Did you like it?
I liked it a bit. I liked, they said one take, but there's two distinct, in the middle, it goes from one scenario to another. And it's,
Yeah.
it's not all one take, but the scenes are all one take. They try to
Yeah.
present it that way. It was good. I mean, it was like, action packed, but it wasn't, particularly unique or,
that is true. That it is a familiar story. But yeah.
It's worth a shot. If you got nothing going on, you want to see the latest, check it out.
There they are. See, look at the fun they're having.
They look like they're mads.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I recommend
One of
that
them-
one, and then Obviously,
All right.
we're recommending Heavy Trip and Heavier Trip, so check all that stuff out. And here is, maybe one of the most uncomfortable Q&As I've seen in quite some time. Corey Feldman was at the festival. He was there to present this movie he starred in 20 years ago. It's a movie that Corey Feldman totally carries. He's in every scene. And he's not just playing a bizarre character, he's using a bizarre voice as well. Very nebbish. Is that what you call you would call him nebbish, I think? Or
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, to an extent, sure.
Yeah.
Nebbish is good.
Oh,
Yeah. Kind of accepts being put upon, kind of pathetic. And he did the Q&A. Of course it's Corey Feldman, so everyone wants to, that's the big celebrity in the room. Everyone wants to ask Corey Feldman a question, but instead he's just staying in character of the guy in the movie, and will not answer. Even when he
You have to
gets
address
asked
him as
questions,
such.
yeah. So it was really it was not kind of awkward. It was definitely awkward. And props to Corey Feldman, yes, for sticking to it.
He did press
even
interviews
when-
that way too.
Huh?
He did press interviews that way
He
as
did
well.
the press interviews that way?
Yes, he did.
Oh man.
Hey, I guess it's easier than shifting it back and forth.
What a wild guy. What a wild guy.
I saw the second screening where they had the interview and he was there. And I watched the whole thing and I was there for the interview, but I don't remember how it ended.
Mhm.
I have no idea what.
You don't
happened.
remember the ending of the birthday? Well, we're not going to blow it, but it's pretty
no.
No, I
Kinda-
don't want you to blow it.
yeah.
I
It's,
thought,
it's memorable.
It's memorable.
I just
Yeah.
can't.
It's
I can't.
memorable.
Distinguish it after all the movies I'd been seeing through the days and stuff. I was like,
We'll talk in the we'll talk in the green room after the show.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll remind,
So,
Okay.
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go
Wizard.
ahead. Go ahead, Wizard.
I saw this movie
Mm-hmm.
In 2005.
at the first Fantastic Fest.
Yeah.
And it almost never played anywhere else again. until
Yeah, it
this year.
disappeared. It disappeared. But
I don't believe it even got released.
My friend Matt
Yeah,
and I thought it was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
His wife, to this day, says it is her least favorite movie she has ever seen.
20 years, almost 20 years later, and she's saying it's
Yes.
still amazing. I didn't find it to be as such. Like, I wasn't like blown away by it, but it's fun. It's funny. And yeah, the ending is, pretty wild. But the whole thing is he is the boyfriend of this, very affluent and pampered young lady at her
Big
birthday party.
socialite's daughter.
Yeah. And she's having like an enormous and extremely expensive birthday party. And he's meeting her parents, including her overbearing father, for the first time. And he's basically like just clumsily wandering through the whole movie as it just stranger and stranger things unfold around him. So, yeah.
All of which he is unprepared to handle.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Always
my wife
Excelsior.
got me.
Always.
But something I found interesting during the Q&A afterwards, he also introduced the film. Something I found interesting in the Q&A was I didn't see it in 2005. Despite being at the fest, I didn't catch it. I'm like, Nick. And this was my first time seeing it. This thing never got distributed. And it seemed to me that he was playing the character, as far as the lines we're looking at, insanely broadly early in the film.
Yeah.
And as the film went on, it seemed to me like his character was supposed to go that direction, not start there. And Anik, when she was doing the QA, much to her chagrin, and he was still in character before she realized it, she asked him about how she asked Corey Feldman, who didn't answer, obviously.
Yeah.
The character asked how many of the choices that he made were based on direction in the script, and how many were of his own sort of cognition, his own prerogative. And at that moment, let me tell you, Mira, the director, just said, "That's a really good fucking question." And you could see he was like, "Yeah, this is what I would like to hear about." So yeah, I found that really interesting. I don't think that Mira saw it this way. I really don't. And I don't think the script sees it that way. So it makes a really interesting film. There was a film several years ago at the fest, Between Two Worlds, Nicolas Cage film, which some of y'all might remember.
I have watched that movie. I have watched that movie many times since.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. So I don't know how much of that's the direction and how much of that is choices. However, Nicolas Cage is in a movie and everyone else is in another movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And this felt like that. Right.
Yeah.
There was an element that just really, beyond the subject matter, which I won't go into, really made it seem fantastic festy.
Corey Feldman.
2005.
Yeah.
Feldman's role in 2005 before Fantastic Fest had this rhythm. It's there. It's there.
Yeah, and that's before anyone that is before the Feldman resurgence, which is a very bizarre. The new personality and career of Corey Feldman had not appeared 20 years ago. He's definitely kind of more noteworthy at this time. He would have he would have been easier to book for this movie 20 years ago. So he got him while he wasn't hot. And you're right. He is a character who's kind of wandering through the whole movie as a different character. And man, I can't say enough about how much I love Between Worlds.
Between Worlds.
That movie is so good.
I saw it twice at the fest.
It's one of those movies where people say they love Nicolas Cage and they love this new chapter of Nicolas Cage, where he's doing all these different and wild and very interesting movies, but they haven't seen Between Worlds. You've got to see Between Worlds. I think what really happened with that is that the director actually earnestly wanted to make this terrible movie and got Nicolas Cage cast, and Nicolas Cage saw kind of maybe a first-time director, maybe a project that he could kind of do his own thing with, and he just does whatever he wants.
I'm very curious. I mean, there's just not enough buzz about the movie for there to be a lot of journalism on it. But the movie was in the can for 6 fucking years.
Yeah,
if I recall correctly, I think maybe 7. I think from before right after Run Lola Run, actually.
Yeah.
So what's the thought process here? What was going on in editing and decisions when to release this? I am really curious because, I like you both. I just adore this movie.
It was probably tied up in some kind of escrow or something from the financiers or something.
It's way low budget. It's a very interesting.
Oh, it's crazy low budget
that Nicolas Cage chose to do that. But anyway, we'll get back to the birthday here and just say that I do recommend it. It's not a mind blower, but it is also a very unusual film, and it does some real interesting things. And I'm for it. I liked it. Yeah, it's a ride. That's a good way to describe it for sure. Did you guys see it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You like it?
Kevin?
I did not see it.
What I did see, I enjoyed.
I will see it again.
It only had the one screening. Mm-hmm. It is coming out now, finally.
No, it screened twice.
Oh, it did.
It screened
the first night.
But Eugenio and Corey were not there.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm typing something. I'm not that great of a producer. We're moving on. We get to VHS Beyond, the VHS anthology series of short horror films that are all kind of, sort of found footage based at this point. This has become a tradition for me. I mean, they show the new VHS every year. They come out with one of these every year. You know, they're really on top of it. You know, it's pretty impressive that they keep doing that. And they, in my opinion, they keep getting better. I mean, I will say that VHS Beyond maybe not quite as good as last year's, but you know, I still like several of the shorts in it. You know, several of the stories. What's that, Getch?
When are they going to switch it to like micro SD Beyond?
Never.
Never.
Laserdisc Beyond.
It's old 4K.
GoPro.
Yeah, you know, just
GoPro.
something. You know, I found a chip or a thumb drive or something.
Yeah.
You know,
GoPro Beyond.
no.
Yeah.
I saw the VHS 2, and that was
Mhm.
pretty good, but I never really followed it after that. It was so, you know, straight to wherever you could find it right afterwards. So
I was tired and I went home and went to bed. But I am not one for found footage as a general rule.
Yeah. You didn't watch this?
No,
Was it? Oh,
no, I was tired.
oh, gotcha.
I think. Did I? If I watched it, I fell asleep.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely drowsy.
I
know,
don't remember any of it.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
assuming I went home.
because this was a pretty late movie, but there was a Bollywood one, and you know, like they you know, as it suggests, there was kind of a space theme, and well, anyway, no, not a space theme. I was pretty drowsy, but I do
All
remember
right.
I do remember I liked, you know, a couple of them were really solid. You know, they were very solid ones. I actually did not like the Bollywood one too much because, like, it takes place on a Bollywood set. So they're actually using, like, you know, the footage that they're shooting for the movie. And I thought that wasn't really in the spirit, you know, because the way that the found footage works is just like, you know, any way that you could, you know, have come across footage, but it seems
Like,
a little
hey, look at
disingenuous
this
to be like,
micro SD on the sidewalk.
and so we edited the movie that they were making for you so that you could watch like this scene, like, you know, fully edited and mixed down and stuff. But anyway, it was good though.
Several
I dug
seemed
it.
more cheaty this installment in
Yeah,
that regard.
yeah. What were some
Several,
other ones?
actually.
Can you refresh my memory on? Because like
I-
it's right on the tip of my tongue.
I heard there are
It's
aliens.
hard because they went so quick, but right, the jumping out of the airplane, how do you do that with the GoPro? That's not one though. But there was another one where we kept having those exact same things, these cuts between shots, like there are multiple angles.
Yeah, two doctors.
I think there were two more. One of them, I think we had actual like security cam footage we were feeding into.
Yeah. Oh, and
another
that's
one
right.
was like
that's right. They had.
but I can't remember which exact
Everybody had
episodes they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too clean, you know, for the conceit.
It's the curse of the midnight movie, though. Truly, is that you do like it, but you can't really tell anyone why.
I had a good time when I wasn't sleeping.
But that's all right, because last day of the fest, final day of the fest, starts out with a real banger and another one of
It's
my
the Party King.
absolute favorite films of the festival, most fun films of the festival. This was
Absolutely.
great. This was great. This is called Frankie Freako, and you know, we had sexual tension with puppets. This was just exactly like, you know, something from your childhood through, you know, a warped lens.
To the extreme. Shabadoo.
Shabadoo.
Shabadoo. Shabadoo.
Shabadoo. That's one of my
Shabba,
favorite.
no.
Yeah, but yeah, it's about this guy here who lives a boring, normal, predictable mayonnaise life, and he decides to call Frankie Freako on the 1-900 number to party with him, to spice up his life. And what happens is Frankie and his two puppet friends show up and trash his apartment, and then
House.
his house. Sorry, yeah, his house, and then he winds up going back to the puppet realm, because they're under an oppressive regime of President Munch, so on and so forth. It's pretty fucking outstanding. Like, it's hilarious. If you saw Psycho Gorman, this is the guy who did Psycho Gorman's most recent.
Yes, that movie was hilarious.
And yeah, most people who
And
saw
awesome.
Psycho Gorman, really enjoyed it, and rightfully so. Oh man, we watched Ebony and Ivory. We forgot to get to the Nugget slide video. Well, we'll get back. We'll get to it. I forgot. So
You
yeah,
showed it at the beginning.
Yeah. So this is.
But there was no context then.
Yeah, this is very much a throwback to the Munchies, the Ghoulies, the Critters. It also is based on an actual 1-900 number, where you could call and talk to this like creepy little puppet called Frankie Freako or something like that. So this is Frankie Freako, and he loves to party, and you could tell. And he brings friends with him, and all sorts of wonderful madcap mayhem happens. It takes place in a very bizarre 80s themed universe, of several gags that are repeat gags through the film, just get funnier and funnier as they go. And yeah, just like 1-900 doilies. 1-900 Frankie. And one of the characters only says Shabadoo, and then one of his punchlines is Shabadon't. I may have pulled something laughing at that. Too good.
Another great film to open the day with.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, that's a nice, easy,
Mm-hmm.
light humor.
And this guy is great. And the reason why this guy is wearing those clothes is so that he can be alluring towards the villain puppet.
Oh, yeah.
So there is sexual tension with the puppet. And it's just
Well, she was so cute with that bandana.
Yeah. And it's not like it's in great taste, but it's not as bad a taste as,
You would imagine.
yeah, or yeah, I think Psycho Gorman's a little raunchier and a little gorier, but yeah,
No doubt.
it's just a lot of fun. It's definitely adult, it's not for kids, but it's a lot of fun. I really got a big kick out of it. So highly, highly recommend that. Let's move on to this was Sister Midnight. I feel like I had something else for this slot, and then I switched it to Sister Midnight because people really liked it. Right?
Yeah.
It's pretty
I
good.
saw it, and it took a while. It was drawn out, definitely drawn out for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
No doubt. And it was like in an environment and in a society I was not as familiar with as I should be. Because it's just like I didn't understand why she, I guess in a population density like that, that's the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, not at all.
But it was cool though, the husband does the husbandy things that most husbands do at some point or another. But
Yeah.
the distance between them was like a little unusual.
Yeah, it's an arranged marriage, it's a little quirky. It like he got a lot of comparisons to like Jim Jarmusch, like sort of having that kind
Sure.
of I liked one thing I really liked about it was it's showing like street level community stuff, where the camera's just going down the street.
Right,
It's showing all the storefronts, all the things that people are doing, out and about in the public. I love it when movies do that. It looks so authentic and fun. And when I don't want to, I guess I don't want to spoil what starts to go on with it, but yeah, this young lady is in an arranged marriage. She's not especially against it, but they're not exactly in love, and they're definitely not boinging. So she gets, kind of more frustrated and starts going through changes. But it's quirky and fun. I don't know if I liked it as much as the people who recommended it to me. I'll say that. I don't know if I was that wild about it. What did you guys think of it?
I caught it late, and I found myself dozing off quite a bit in it. So I'd have to watch it again to really answer that question.
I can definitely see if you were drowsy or unenthusiastic, starting to get real dismissive with it because it is a slow burn.
I think this probably would have presented better as like a series or something, and then it can take it wherever it wants after they tell their story,
Yeah.
It'd be easier, more digestible than having to put it through time like that. The characters.
Yeah.
I did not see it.
It had its moments, but
did.
That's right. Actually, this was the last day, and you were just you spent more of the day hanging out with folks.
I did.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to do at the festival too. You don't have to see a movie in every dang slot if you don't want to. Dvorsky's back. Did you want to tell us what you thought about Sister Midnight?
Oh, I put them backwards.
Huh?
Sorry.
Sister Midnight, oh, the time has come.
No.
Nope.
Devin, are you boomering out again? All right. I'm going to move on. Okay.
All right.
I really like this movie a lot. This was Try Zombie. This is a zombie survival movie where, for reasons never really, because no one really knows, like it's a zombie apocalypse. You don't know exactly what's going on. But people with Down syndrome are less likely to contract the zombie virus. So, after things go into full swing and, this is like a bloody movie, a baby gets eaten and all this shit, it's pretty wild. Like, as far as like gory movies go, and they are, everyone acting in this movie did a great job. They're charming and they're funny, and it was, I think, just a very successful gory comedy.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's like they say, it has a lot of heart. However, it's a little trudgy on the plot sometimes, but it's still, it's like a good zombie flick with a new twist, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm very much over zombie movies. I'm tired of zombie
I know.
movies, and it seems like
Yeah.
at least every other year somebody comes out with a zombie movie that I really like, which kind of
Yeah,
pisses
I
me
was
off.
gonna say the biggest problem with this movie is it's a zombie movie. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's really well written. It's
Mhm.
really cute film. It's really well acted, and as long as you have room in your life for one zombie movie this year, this
For
is
one
probably
more
the one.
zombie. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna see
Yeah.
one zombie a movie a year. Make this the zombie movie.
This is the one.
Yeah. And
Not
It's the
Parvulos.
one of the it's the one of the dead of this year. I miss Parvalos. We slept in that morning.
Oh
But
man,
yes.
that was good. I love that.
Parvalos was good. Yeah, I didn't see
Oh
Parvalos either.
gosh, man.
Like
Oh,
you
that's
just
all
you
I gotta
just,
say.
We had it.
yeah, you just can't get to see like every single horror
I think
movie.
Parvulos was
Yeah.
better than this.
Yeah.
One Cut of the
So-
Dead.
I buy that.
One Cut of the Dead.
Yeah, I mean
was
that's another one
outstanding.
in the past.
Um,
But
what
I did
was,
love
what was the
Ellen's
Road
Insane.
Warrior? What was the Road Warrior? Wormwood. Wormwood was also
Wormwood,
good,
yeah,
too.
the
Wormwood, I
Aussie or
forgot
New
about
Zealand
that.
Yeah.
gasoline.
But yeah, they you know, these guys live in a group home, and female character, where, let's see, I think she's on the other slide here. Yeah, these two female characters, one of them is going to be, you know, leaving the group home to live in a more independent assisted living situation. And so she leaves, but then the zombie apocalypse happens, so they have to go across town to get back with her best friend, you know, make sure she's okay and not getting eaten by zombies. And while they're out there, they just happen across this guy who has, with the tie around his head, who has been killing zombies with the plum. You know, he's been having a lot of fun, and yeah,
He is Down syndrome Rambo.
yes, yeah, and I thought one thing I thought was really interesting during the Q&A is that the director was a director for hire. You know, this wasn't his idea. He just, you know, got hired with someone had the screenplay, and then you know, all these guys are from an acting troupe. You know, so you know they were already, like, you know, accustomed to acting, and obviously really game for, you know, yeah, anything. So
Especially
fun.
zombies.
Yeah. It was fun. It was a fun movie. And the last movie of the night, who else saw it? Mr. Crockett. You can see it right now on Hulu,
Nope.
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Did not see it.
I just couldn't make
Nope.
myself care.
Couldn't go through with it. You saw a different movie, right, Getch? Your last movie was something else, wasn't it?
I don't remember what it was. It was let me look at my thing.
Yeah.
It was no, I saw 9 Queens and I said that's it for me.
Oh, okay. You gave up.
Yep, there was Mr.
Yeah.
Crockett afterwards, and it was like, all right, look.
Oh, that's right.
Either
You
I
didn't
can
even
go
yeah.
home sober.
You didn't
or-
even go to the closing night party either.
No, no.
Yeah. Kevin, did
I
you,
should've.
Kevin, did you
Any
see
of
Mis-
us really?
Yeah. Kevin,
No,
did you see
no.
Mr. Crockett?
I did not. I was too busy
Yeah.
setting up for the party.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you guys had a lot of work to do to get that going. Well, it was like it was a fun horror movie that is kind of in the Tales of the Crypt vein. It's like a, you know, the Mr. Crockett is a children's show. He's a disgraced child show star who lives on in haunted VHS tapes, and he punishes bad parents who aren't doing a good job with their kids.
What is-
And
Is this
and,
set in a particular time?
I guess maybe the 80s. I can't really remember. Yes, it does take place, I think, in the 80s, because
Because
everybody
this
still
looks
has a
very much like the 70s.
yeah, and so this was the 70s, and it takes place in the 80s, and Everybody,
All right.
you know,
So VHS tapes were
yeah,
abundant, and
VHS
so were
tapes are still
players.
a thing. Yeah, VHS players are still around.
Not just a
And,
quick
So
memory
you're saying it's
card.
kind of a creepy pasta.
Yeah, and he is like, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah,
Mr. Crockett.
yeah, and they gave Mr. Crockett fake teeth, and when there's close-ups of Mr. Crockett, he's really creepy. I wish I had a good picture of the nightmare version of the guy behind him there, because when that guy like kind of turns into a monster, he's really like creepy and gross, and they actually brought him out for the screening.
saw
So
some of it.
I got to see him in person. So that was a lot of fun. And yeah, that's it. If you want to see Mr. Crockett, check it out in Hulu. But that was the festival, and we did go to the closing night party. I did, and Devin and Cheryl did. Wayne,
Not me.
Wayne and Getch and Wizard turned it down. And like one thing I liked about where it was is I could walk there. You know, it was just a mile away, so I could walk there. But then it was so crowded, especially the outdoor area. The outdoor is where they had food and goats. So if you wanted to go
Fucking goats.
they had goats and they had food. So if you wanted to be outside, you had to be in a line for food, for a goat. Yeah.
And see, knowing that place, I just did not want to be in that kind of a crowd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was looking forward to free booze and karaoke, but there wasn't a karaoke room. And yeah, when you were inside, it was still kind of crowded. Like it's just, I felt like that place was just too small for the party, really. You know?
And there was certainly no real advantages for cult badge this year.
Yeah,
that's what I understand.
But apparently, if you got there early, there was a cult sign up for tattoos, which was not communicated to us, of course.
Yeah. They're just making that up, probably.
No, I heard that.
No,
I hadn't heard that.
No, we've seen it since. You know, the fiends have taught us that yes, this was a thing.
I didn't know that, but I didn't really want a tattoo this year anyway.
No, I mean,
no.
Well,
I'm done with clowns. Fuck clowns.
You didn't want a clown tattoo. You didn't want a clown tattoo.
No.
Or a big top or some shit.
Or an elephant on a fucking ball.
They didn't do a Chingu tattoo.
No, there was no Chingu this year. There was no Chingu last year, but I did get the VCR tape.
Proper.
Nah, it's not going to work out. Fuck it. I'm not boomering out. I'm trying to show you a tattoo.
I do want to shout out two movies that we didn't cover through this thing.
Yeah, what you got?
Steppenwolf, which is a Kazakhstan
we did
production.
cover that.
Yeah, we talked about Steppenwolf.
Oh, we did. Okay, then that's probably when I vanished. Okay, so drop that shit.
But no, that was one of my favorite movies. Yeah, Steppenwolf may have been my favorite movie of the fest. I think.
I'm right there. I'm right there with you. I really, really enjoyed it. And then another one, which I feel bad to bring up because it's apparently impossible to find. It's a 1999 Johnny Toe film. So, 20-something years into his career. Shot on a budget $300,000 in 18 days with no fucking script except a bare bone idea called The Mission. And
that's the one you're talking.
It's about these henchmen who work for a Chinese crime boss who's also somewhat legitimate, and it's about their relationship. If you get a chance to see this, I highly suggest seeking it out.
I can pull it up on my service.
Oh yeah, The Mission.
It's a really good film.
Cool.
It shows Johnny Toe at his bare bones making something out of nothing. I really enjoyed it.
Well, it's I think it's getting a re-release is why they were showing it. So I think you will.
I hope so. They said it was in
easier.
distribution hell.
Oh,
They
really?
did say
Oh,
it was in
okay.
distribution hell. Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes. They
unfortunate.
did bring that up.
That's
But they're
too bad.
definitely trying.
Yeah.
Trying.
Poe did that movie Drug War, didn't he? Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Chinese.
several. I mean, he's had a number of
big hits.
Chinese mafia.
Yeah, Johnny Toes
movies.
did a lot. Yeah, so yeah, that was
Yeah.
one that I missed, and I guess it's to my chagrin because that was one of your top
That
ones
was
at
the one that was-
festival. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah, those are my top 5. Yes.
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah.
Easily.
The still I put up is from Steppenwolf. Those are the two main characters from Steppenwolf. It is a real soul crusher. Highly recommended.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the dripping hammer
Yeah.
claw.
The claw. Mhm. So, if you like to, feel bad, but
It's
getting back to kind of just like roundup stuff about the festival. I will say that as you pointed out, Davowski, the cult badge, which is much more expensive than the superfan badge. Like the bump up is pretty significant.
$750.
And you do get a gift card, but
where'd that other $400 go?
But you get $100 plush and $100. You got a plushie. You got a plush. No, but you
don't forget the stickers. The screen print
Yes,
was
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Give 'em
No.
that.
Like the
Sure, it was
posters
nice.
always great. Like ever since they started doing Cult Badge, the posters have been dynamite, and I do really like the poster this year as well. But the there was no like cult party where you got some free drinks, and there was no like cult brunch where you got free food.
Right, no
And
get-togethers.
that's what I really missed. I was like, I like free drinks, like they're not really free because this is an expensive badge,
Yep.
Like I
Pay
just
for
like
it.
drink, just give me some drinks,
Hey, I got a question. Does anybody know who won the free all-inclusive airfare trip to Fantastic Fest? Because I never heard anything
Based
about
on the
that.
guessing of
Nobody, because
Based on-
nobody was
based
able
on-
to guess them.
Oh, no one
Guess
but
what?
guessed them.
shouldn't it go to the person who guessed the most?
Oh no,
Guess
I
the
don't
most
think
what?
it
the
was.
rules ever.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
yeah.
it was planned to
I
not
thought
be
this was
given
just
away.
you sign up and that's it, man.
Oh
Or
yeah,
your
you know what?
email.
I didn't even have slides for the the 5th secret screening, which was not a biopic, but I really wish, because this is like, if we're doing a little airing of grievances, I really wish they would not show TV shows with the secret screening.
Yeah.
But they showed 3 episodes of the upcoming Creep show, the Creep tapes. Not,
Or
as
they
far as
VHS?
as far as a TV show, like it's not that bad of a horror TV show, but definitely not what you want in a secret screening. Like it's like a bad surprise. It's like a bad surprise,
Yeah, it's
I
like
won't
not
complain about.
Appaloosa.
I won't complain about. Sorry. Yeah, I won't complain about Hellraiser last year because you weren't going to like it or love it or hate it or indifferent. It was not a movie you were going to see on the big screen, even though it was going straight to streaming.
Mm-hmm.
However, Moon Knight and now, yes, the Creep tapes. I'm challenged to see. We have a history of series being shown at the fest that we've all gone to, by the way, and enjoyed, knowing we were going into that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, maybe it's not the best idea to put series in a secret screening slot.
Yeah,
I was okay with it. I mean, it was fine. It was fine.
I don't
After
know about
what
the
we
Creep
had
tape.
this year, secret screenings. Sorry.
It's
I don't know
okay.
about
I
the
think you have a
Creep tapes.
special message here, buddy. Davowski.
Let yourself in, would you?
I think you're.
Cheryl is locked out. I don't know how I locked her out.
Okay. I like how
Go ahead.
how
I'll
nonplussed you are to go let her in. Too.
Oh, she's actually locked out of the house.
She's locked out of the house.
That's what I think she's saying.
I heard the knocking.
I thought I locked her out of the live stream.
Who's
No,
getting knocked on there?
I thought it was the cat.
No, I thought it was the cat too, and
But it was so repetitive, and for minute after minute after minute after minute after minute.
I don't think I'm gonna do.
Cheryl said she was gonna cook. I thought she was chopping vegetables. I'm not gonna and I thought it was a really weird rhythm to be chopping the vegetables in. Like, why is it this constant chop, chop, chop? Earbuds are dangerous, I've learned tonight.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah.
I'll be sleeping on the couch
guys.
tonight.
Yeah, but I will say, like, since we did a little grieving, like, errands of grievances, like, the flip side of that is that the festival was really fantastic this year. Wonderful movie selection. And I'm not just saying that because I'm not just saying this because Kevin is in the room.
I have nothing to do with that.
But the volunteers did a wonderful, wonderful job this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fantastic.
I did have something to do with that.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they
Yes, you did.
I'm glad that they added in the opening bumpers. You know, give a round of applause to the volunteers because you know, because people love doing that, and the reason why is because we're so very grateful for the volunteers and everything they do. And,
Volunteers make the fest.
yeah, absolutely. So,
Yes.
and yeah, just and yeah, but as far as like movie selection and you know, everything just seemed to go really smoothly. I like the way that you used a YouTube link to see when you were you know, when your theater was seating and stuff. Yeah, everything was, I think, went really smooth. And I did totally get sick of clowns. Like, by the end of the festival, I was
those Italian clowns
fucking done
or the Spanish clowns
with clowns.
I came into the festival sick of clowns.
Yeah, I'm permanently sick of clowns. I don't like clowns, and I don't like clowns. And also, I was a little salty because I was hoping they were going to show The Day the Clown Cried. And I thought that was the whole reason why we had this
35 years after his death.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, this is the year. This is supposed to be the year, but I guess
No,
it's
it
next
is.
year.
Not.
Yeah.
Whatever. Next
Not
year.
even
It's
close.
next year.
It
Didn't
is.
happen.
Wait. It is close. Good. It
Yeah.
is now.
Really?
Yes.
When did he
Time-
die?
Time flies, Getch.
I guess, man.
This is it. It's now. We're here.
I'm still 28, right?
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Thank you for checking out Total Recall's Fantastic Fest recap. I really had a lot of fun. Thank you, Terry, for joining us last time. Thank you, Getch. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Davowski. You guys were fantastic guests. Really appreciated having you on. You know, by all means, guys, please feel free to stop by. We're reliving a classic every other Wednesday, and we always have a lot of fun doing it. So
Anytime.
Yeah, love you guys. And I don't know what else to say except you know, I hope I don't have to wait till September to see y'all again.
I want to say bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Apparently Cheryl got hives out there. Do you need to
You
tend to
hear
your,
that? I'm
do you
sorry.
need to tend to your wife?
He's in the kitchen.
Ragweed out
Like-
there, man.
You seem
The
so
rag, the
you seem so
the mold is
unconcerned with
really-
your life partner right now. I don't
the
know.
mold is really high, and I have she chose to go to Siberia, i.e. the back porch, while we're doing this because I'm using earbuds. And there you go. Salute more in De Niro.
Yeah, we are having a cold front
Uh,
right now. It feels great
Yeah.
in Texas. for
Yeah, it
those who
does.
aren't
62
here.
It
degrees.
does feel wonderful.
Wonderful. All right. Well, we're going to say goodnight. Everybody, please feel free to hang out in the green room after the stream ends, but we're going to go ahead and knock this off. So good night to our chat. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us. That's Jamma. That's Black Lives. That's Eraserhead. That's our friends Adam and Barbara. That's Captain. That's Devin's wife when she's not sneezing.
Which is not Devin.
And Bride of Pumpkinhead. Thank you, everybody. If I miss somebody, common people, if I miss somebody, sorry, but we really loved having you, and we had a great time. And have a good night, everyone. And go see a horror movie. Go see a rated R horror movie. Good night.
Good night.
Good
Good night, Cheryl.